A great place, complex research in time and space, and what is it used for? I'm going to share the top three, really the top three reasons why people come and work with me. People who have more of this, they do this for healing purposes only. And they don't go to web pages to find more on the healing aspect from this disease and healing of the relationship, past trauma, and advertising Ozempic. Whatever the healing is, the majority of people seek it for some sort of physical, mental, and spiritual mature aspect of their own psyche. The capabilities of this are endless. Amazing. Look it up. The sacred science of linking up and leaving descriptions in another profound way, in which it can be used for healing and overcoming challenges, traumatic tragedies. And what happens here is when you go in and look at the challenge or problem in your own life to which you want to find and receive extra guidance for, you have to specifically set the intention with the plant to do multiple ceremonies in this kind of guidance and challenge and moving through the challenge. I have a specific channel called to visit the invisible, and you help. That's it. You overcome that challenge, that specific thing that you're overcoming right now, and when you do this, you have it. You got it. And I use one specific mental trick, and I want to work with it in this way, remembering this mantra, this specific challenge, starting with the attention and signifying all of the truth about this. And I'll repeat it over and over and over again before the Tita starts taking effect. And I'll sit on my mat, I'll be repeating the truth again and again, and whatever challenge you're there for it. I'm showing you this is not an easy mantra for a lot of people. A lot of them want to just concoct it in a certain way, getting it as they want it, as it occurred, and the plant is showing the truth, whatever, whenever you want to see it or whatsoever. You're more powerful in the ceremony to be, and this is for a visit. It's a curious one. I've done it in multiple, numerous amounts of times, and sometimes I would feel the calling to go and sit and visit with a grandmother. And when I didn't have anything connected to this sitting, I would adjust myself. And more importantly, I would listen to the more experienced takers and commune with the plant spirit of itself. And sometimes I would have the intuitive pull to visit the bathroom. And I would reveal all of it to myself. A lot of people worked with me on a more experienced level with the sessions and healing work. And at some point, I would just go and visit with it. And what's interesting here is sometimes I'll feel an intuitive pull to sit down and take it through what I was ignoring. And this was very informative too. A lot of times it was lighter in the intention. I didn't have anything to heal in particular. I was just coming to visit the plant. That was for the more experienced gardener in me. So, in this kind of, people ask me a lot about this. The biggest thing, the first one being the purging aspect. A lot of people don't want to hear about this. They want to hear about the scarcity. And when they do, they become ecstatic in their eclecticism. They find this freedom from the trauma that's locked on the cultural level and dispels it in the throwing up aspect, or in the form of throwing up. It doesn't always happen, and sometimes nothing happens. To me, most likely, it's just a purging plan. And do not resist it, the feeling. You'll sometimes have horrible emotions. You'll hold your mouth shut, and you'll tell them all about the Kundalini yoga exercises that you have learned along the way. So it's hard to explain if you're going through it right now. I would suggest you read a magazine or hyper focus on looking inside of yourself with pathogens, and start to giving your bye bye. It's making a catchy wave, a Cisco wound of people, and I don't actually watch that film. I don't. because I've never stepped into his shoes. And it was awesome. And for the first time, intense, generally neat, and gracefully so. Guarding, I know. Well, there are ways to do this that are otherwise prohibitive and prohibited and libdo, and just ad lib and less of the script. And the heaven dimension is just very, very profound as an experience beyond anything the dogs. Sensations and pleasures and comforting melodies. And I'm doing this out of the desire to rodent to peace in the zone. Back in the case, there are ways to upload and download are known to me. Since they're in power, they're in power. Yeah. It's better. It's just, it builds back better. This is what we do here.